Hello guys, it's Jack here from Pentagon Solutions. I'm just going to create a quick video today on curtain walls in Revit. We'll look at how we can create our own curtain walls and change certain elements within the walls themselves. So instead of having a glass panel, having a solid panel, sizing our curtain walls, putting things like mullions, transoms in, and our framing elements of the curtain wall. So I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to create a new project. You guys should be quite familiar with this. I'm just going to go in and select an architectural project. Now, when this opens up, we'll have a couple of layers already set up, which we can view in our project browser. We've got level 0 and level 1. And if I want to view the difference between these two levels, what we can do here is if we go into our elevations and just double click on the north elevation, you'll see that there is 4 meters between them. So I'm happy enough with that. It's going to be quite a tall curtain wall. I'm just going to go into level 0 here, and it's the same as drawing any ordinary wall, but I'll show you a couple of tricks here. A lot of people get confused and go wall architectural, and in their project browser they go down and they pick one of these curtain walls that already has sort of elements that will automatically be generated in them, such as your transoms and your mullions as you model it. I'm just going to go for curtain wall empty. So there shouldn't be any elements created in this, it's just going to be a pane of glass. Now you'll notice here that there's a couple of things we can control. Unconnected, I'm going to have from the level 1. So there it's going to be unconnected heights 4000. I've got it chained. We can offset it from things, allow joint status. And what I'm just going to do is I'm going to draw just 10 meters across here, which is 10,000 millimeters. So you'll see if I open a 3D view here just quickly, I'll just press WT and that will create our tiles. I'm just going to go in zoom fit, and that, you do that by right clicking to give you that option there, and the zoom fit. So you'll see this is what we've got, just a sheet of glass. So it's quite handy. We've got this north elevation open. So what I'm going to do is if I go back to my architectural tab here, we can go in and you'll see we can create curtain grids. So what does it say here? It says create a grid line in a curtain wall or curtain system. So I'm going to go in and I can create a few of these. It doesn't matter, I'm not going to worry too much about the spacings at the moment because I'll show you how we can quickly fix those. If I go into the annotate tab here, go into align, and we'll use the EQ option just to make those all equal. So the next thing I'm going to do is I can delete those, I don't need them anymore. Okay, we've got our lines. So now if we go back to the architecture tab, we can select mullions and we can go into our properties palette, we can select different sizes. There isn't that many at the moment. I'll show you how to create a different one. These are 50 by 150, so I'm happy enough to use them for these, and you'll see there in the 3D view that it automatically creates them. Now a faster way to do that, if I just go back there, would be we could go in and go all grid lines and it'll create them all. And there's our curtain wall, basic curtain wall with our framing and our glass panels. So say I wanted to put some solid panels in there, what we can do is we can then go in and if I want to, I can add one segment, maybe I only want it there, or I can go back. I'm just going to put all segments in there. So I'm just going to, if I hit the tab key, it'll allow me to select that panel, and you'll see it's a glazed panel at the moment. And we can even put walls in here. There's a wall, a terracotta rain screen that I've put in there. Again, what I want to do is just get a generic solid panel. So you'll see that it's not here in our properties palette. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to load it in. So I'm just going to go into insert, load family, and I'm going to go into the UK library and I'm going to go to curtain walls. So if I was down here, way down here in the list, and I just type in C, take me to the first C, and then I'll just go to curtain wall panels. and there's empty. This might be useful if you're putting louvers, or you just want an empty opening in a curtain wall. There's multi-glazed, there's glazed, planar glazed, but we're going to look for solid, which is here. There we go. So that's now loaded into our Revit project. So if I go into 3D view here and I go, just press the tab button until it sort of highlights the panel I want to select in blue. Then we can go in and we can then apply that solid panel there. And I'm just going to repeat this process. I've just went into the panel itself. Just going to press tab and repeat this process across the top here. Now it's quite quick when you sort of get into a rhythm, and you can see that you can start to quite quickly create a panel, a curtain wall that's quite good. And again, we can customize these panels. We can change the thickness of them and change the offset of them, so how they actually sit in the curtain wall itself. You'll see that it sits very far forward. So if I go into edit, offset, and we maybe make that 50, apply, we can change the thickness of it. And again, we can also go in and change the material. Maybe I want the material to be, I'll go for something quite interesting and a bit bold. We can create a new material, or we can some sort of metal, maybe some sort of wood. Let's see if there's anything that's quite nice that is wood. We'll go for cherry, or let's go for that. Use appearance, apply, okay. There we go, now we've got our wooden panels, and that could be hiding, for example, a plenum or a service void or whatever. It could be behind that, and you might have a ceiling in there. So guys, I hope you find that quite interesting. I'm going to create a couple more videos on curtain walls. I might create one on creating a dual skinned curtain wall with louvers in it for solar shading. That will be my next one, but I think this is a good start for the basics, and I hope you have all found it useful. If you want to see similar videos to this, just follow us on YouTube by pressing the button below. And again, you can also follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn and Twitter if you're really interested and find out more about what we do here at Pentagon.